Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Crusader Kings 3 Sicily here on the Lordmaster channel. And as you well know, that for the first time in this part of the series, in this part of the timeline, Sicily is almost nearly united. Yes, and it's done by a member of our dynasty, the Emirate dynasty. So that's the one major goal that we could never accomplish, but they've done it themselves. And sure, there's a few stragglers out there, such as Amalfi, Mineto, which is currently undergoing a revolt there, and Capua, another part that they got away, which is, way over there, which I'm sure it'll split sooner rather than later. And of course, Malta, ran by a member of our house, Sawdanid, in which, by the way, before I started recording, I finally changed the name of the model because last few episodes I couldn't figure out a name for it, and then I thought of one: Progress Through Unity. It's a bit of a theme here, but Progress Through Unity, that's on Sawdanid's part. While Hasmari is Rile Not the Eagle, in which that eagle has soared, covering nearly all of the major parts of Sicily, with the select few exceptions. It's done by my liege, who is unfortunately a Catholic, but is also Sicilian, which, honestly, the cultural acceptance between us Siculo-Arabs and the Sicilians are so very, very well, which I'm surprised that Ibrahim is promoting acceptance with us. So, there is a large degree of tolerance between us, despite the fact we belong to a ruling caste, which the cultural acceptance gain isn't as great. In trying to convert the local culture, like say if you were to go back to being Siculo-Arabic, if it were to be the majority again, maybe they'll rethink it. It should also be noted, as far as the royal court of the Regno of Sicily, about further details, the court language is vernacular. The grandest royal court is the royal court of the papacy, around in Sicily. And amazingly, vernaculo is the most widespread court language in the world. Somehow. The whole world speaks it. One would think that perhaps vernaculo isn't just a court language, it's also the language of trade and diplomacy. If I were to hold a royal court for myself, like if I were to, have Sicily, I would definitely keep vernaculo as a court language. All the local language will remain Arabic for us. Just out of convenience. And as well as acceptance for all the Sicilians out there that are, all that and more. And such. But anyways. Move along. So, in the short term, we got to, do something in regards to dealing with the potential threat from our liege, who, he wants us to be Catholic, but I say no, and has the right to revoke it. But there's got to be ways to get him on our side. See too if you could find some secrets in the court. I know there are a lot of them, but if you could find a dirty secret on Ibrahim, I would like to get a hook on him so I can have a bit of a change to my clan contract. And subsequently, Well, I have no choice now. Create the title of the Duchy of Puglia. It'll cost a lot. It'll give me some legitimacy. And it'll give me prestige. So now, you shall call me Emir. And I can assemble the estates of the realm, which are always expensive to do. And maybe Licha here will join up as a vassal. And maybe transfer some vassalage from there to Melfi, or otherwise we're going to have a fight between us. Because whenever I want to, I can seize the remainder of the Emirate of Apulia from the south. Because Napoli is notoriously the most powerful vassal in all of Sicily. We aim to prove that wrong one day. And we cannot declare war for Salerno because I do not have a castle for it. Though I would love to expand it there one day. So yes, the Emirate of Apulia, unofficially the Emirate of Taranto, based on the capital there. And I have plans to expel the cultural minority. But you can do that once in every 10 years. So yeah, the other cultures are unwelcome here. And I'll do the same for the other face unwelcome. This is just for the time being. Due to the increased Islamization of the area. And we wish to expel all of them. So that way Sicilians can't be reintroduced around here. And remain Siculo-Arabic as the way it was by our ancestors. So, in the meantime, let's continue through the march of time. As soon as Bari goes full Siculo-Arabic, expel the Sicilian minorities. But for Catholics, not yet. That was fast. Who's your Rimas? 14. Salerno. What is the matter? Tyranny? Liberty. Good tidings, Sada. Like Wally Makodi. Marikos is a vassal. Well, of course. He's a fellow scholar Arab. He'll cooperate. I ought to get rid of him. You know, I have the right to do that because it's all of evil and it will not be viewed as tyranny. Wait a few months. We can afford a short war. We'll kick him out soon. And I'll have that land for myself since I have that domain limit. Yeah, these are also parts of the Liberty War. The Salerno is the big one. But now we can see that it seems that Salerno has similar strength to us. But they have a terrible general. Bashir of Malta. The Shia Maltese. And a fortune builder. As it should be. And a betrothed could be. You shall have it. Now, meanwhile, additional payment in registering find myself possession larger of the cattle. Let me assure that the animals are of the highest quality, but the question remains what should be done with the remains. We make very good income. I'll say it's a bit of hard, but it could be larger. 80% chance that, yeah, we'll have a large cattle herd for the next 15 years. And did. Want to see more development. It hasn't been 10 years yet, but we're getting closer to that time. Either I do it or someone else does it. Keep an eye on that when that pops up. I'll do that at the earliest possible convenience. Apulia proper for the first time is all Muslim. They got mercenaries. Keep that well in mind. Liege, however, only has one holding, so it's not remarkable. But it does have a Latin stronghold there, because Normans were there. Someone's trying to steal an artifact from me. And also, I'm referred to as Emir Sawdan IV. Crud. We already made negotiations there very strong, but now it's the Latins you gotta pay attention to. Keep looking. At the beginning of next year, revoke Liege, which means there will be war, and then we'll put it down and take that holding for ourselves. Recently, a folk song called "I've Seen the World" map has gained popularity throughout Sicily. The song's lyrics praise the unparalleled beauty of Sicily under the rule of Emirate. Indeed, the song has become quite popular at my court too. I was even fortunate to acquire a manuscript copy of this song. The opening lines of the song are thus: I have seen the world map and a navigational chart, but Sicily seems to me the most beautiful in this world. A lovely song for the lovely land. So this is a manuscript copy of I Have Seen the World Map, a popular folk song from Sicily during the reign of Emirate. The song praises the beauty of Sicily. Very nice. A lovely song for a lovely land. Here's some historical context. Io visto lo mappamundi or Io visto lo mappamundo, which translates I've seen the world map, was a Sicilian folk song popular at the court of Alfonso V of Aragon during the era when Aragon ruled much of southern Italy. The song was a parody on the moralistic genre of vernacular religious song in medieval and Renaissance Italian by the Florentine poet Egalitarian, born in 410, died in 1404. Sung on the same tune, the song's lyrics, which mentions the other beautiful lands, I failed to impress the narrator as much as Sicily. Also featured wordplay based on a pun between Sicilia, historical spelling of Sicily, and Sicilia, which refers to both Saint Cecilia and the Netherlands lower. The Spanish composer Juan Cornago on 1400 to 1475 composed a mass based on the song's tune, which our only source of the original song's melody. The original song has been reconstructed by scholars more recently. Well, I got a copy of it. How nice. Take that off. But, oh no, that's a journal. I didn't realize that. Put this back on. There we go. And 4 levels 5 over there. Despite long-term Northern assistance. Well, there's a more fortified. And you know, there are 3 castles of Salerno, so taking that would be a bit of difficulty. I cannot work like this. My tax cut touched on an exchange, frustrated, dejected. Every spare court of the Armada is a wretched hive of incompetence, hampering all my efforts. Good tax farming needs competent cuts to keep the local magnates in check. To make it rule just in the eyes of God, the claim to the bulk of the righteous tax. You must give me funds to employ more and better people for courts and the authority to fire the old corrupt old counties. You know, by all means. Is the majority. Now Gravina is next. Every little bit helps for the Siculo-Arabic comeback. 16 months now. Then we can get another tax jurisdiction should we expand further into the lands. And in 4 years we'll have collective lands, which will help us with the development. Though control growth will be a little slower and buildings take longer to finish. But I'm all for it. Even's flux. It's a bloody flux. It's minor. I don't think it'll spread that far towards here. Other kind. Hang on. Just want to say development. I mean, obviously, Salerno is the jewel of southern Italy, as it rivals Rome in development, but here, well, there is still room for improvement. And obviously, Malta. Oh, Malta, the island paradise. Pirate haven, and all that. And don't forget, I have my son, Hussein, which there's great potential in him. While I don't trust my blind son, well, it's like his... Look, he's going to be one for stewardship, which will do good for it. But I don't want him to inherit any lands. At least, time being, but... Yeah. What are you thinking? So, it's going to have to wait. This new benign disease out there. There's that army. Small one, but we can definitely handle. That was our best one. Spread the Kume, Napoli. Alright, we found that that Emil said he has uncovered a secret help item from and that Federico murdered. Oh, had murdered. Okay, that's good. Hideous looking bastard. Obviously, you can't tell him to transfer vassalage to me and all that. But I think that's something that'll be kept in mind, as he's already disgraced and he's a kid slayer. A hideous kid slayer. Which one day he'll, we need to fight hard against him, knowing that, as you said, he's a powerful vassal who has Napoli, Sorrento, and Calabria. I sometimes wish there was a... Let me take a look at the claimants who are Muslims. Hey, would you mind coming over to court? I'll pay for your expenses, because you might be useful. In the sense of, well, one, you're Muslim. Two, you're that weak, but I just need some press claims around here that are Muslims. This is my niece. There's him. I'd rather have some of that's of our house. Well, there's her, which she's actually visiting with me. Lives in Palermo, niece. It's just may never know that I will start forming a faction and say, hey, want her to rule this realm, so Sicily could be Muslim again. And I'll be a staunch defender of Islam here, trying to defeat the rebels. Because we just wanted to see how, they do. Against Ibrahim, the Pirate King as they call him. Due to him financing these pirate operations. As I said, he's not a good man. So yeah, you could say there's already talk of rebellion. From my end, at least. Good. And you should be married matrilineally for the sake of our dynasty. Why on earth would that want to be me? It's like just a way of saying keeping it in the family. And Antonia of Sicily, who serves as the captain's physician, currently lives in Rome. Can't tell her to come over here. Even as dynasty head. I was like, okay, now that he's here, I know he can't really. So not possible to start a joint faction against an ally. You know, there's going to come a day where, you know. Oh yeah, that. That's why he won't move in against me, because he's allied to me through negotiations that we've established back when I was the ruler of Malta. And since you brought Felicita over here, yeah, that creates a base over here. I mean, skill-wise, you're not great, but still, if you have a pressed claim, which is rather important. But the pressed claim is legally strong and inherited as a pressed claim by the children. So yes, you should be married matrilineally. You know, just to have a bit increased fertility chance or to have some children that would be inherited as a pressed claim, and I'd be one to push it. So yeah, insignificant present, but it would be of her culture. I just don't mind Sicilian these days since the culture accepts between us is very good. But we'll barely accept in consideration. Chance of children, medium. Come on over. Just a few more days and then we're gonna start kicking some out of our realm. On his way. That's Zhang. The Lulu fled their homeland of Manchuria after the Chinese Jin dynasty began conquering the region. Dezong is the 8th generation descendant of Emperor Taizu of Liao. Would that help him build a new empire in Central Asia? Another conqueror from the steppe? Vajrayana Buddhist or Kidul culture, which is of the Mongol heritage. Which is from way over there. Karakatai. Oh yeah, the Sultanate of Rome, also known as the Sultagan, and they are Dalamites who are Karamites? What the heck? Is Zoroastrian religion this far west? Not since the days of the Achaemenid Empire? Crazy! Get ready to expel him. You're doing a good job. This will take much less time to establish a minority debt. But as for you, well, we're going to soon get rid of you. Rise very hesitantly brings my guest Sebastianus. Male surgeons asked me to promote Sebastianus to the Honor of commandership, and I believe you might have wished to have a service. Sebastian sneers. He's a leper. My army is not a nursery. It is with joy that I notice, Saw showing significant initiative to increase my treasury by spending his own resources to further my financial position. Certainly commendable. A proper behavior on his part. So this happened because if he has a nine opinion about your character. Yeah, the option is negative. The chance of getting this reward is reduced. Your minor vast spends gold to perform this action is only eligible to do so. There's a very significant fortune. That he does. That he does. Using 40 gold, thank you. Just wait a few months. They took Palermo, didn't they? Yep. They got his heir. We're all not. I watched Taranto's youngest Siculo-Arabs at their studies. Slow to learn, ill-disciplined, they squabble like their parents. Nothing like the Maltese Siculo-Arabs of the wondrous Malta. Their realm was one of order, of great works and grand ideas. While I was educated there, I was enlightened. I came to see my people as the primitives that they are. I could change that. Armed of my Maltese learnings of my youth, perhaps should lead us to the uncertain road of reform. Introduce foreign race replacement who is always will bring the glory. I'll say, now is simply not the time. The impetus for reform will likely arise again. Ask again another time, alright? Because I got different priorities. Sicilian, the Saracen. Alright. This religion is spreading. Look at that. Haha. Yeah, just like the good old days. As Sicilian and Siculo-Arabs are brotherly peoples. Even though I prefer it to be our culture because, especially when we eventually return to Salerno. But Taranto, there will come a time where I will prioritize development here. There's a small minority of Asharis there. Look at her convert to Castro first. Welcome. The secret by the Conte of Messenia. Embezzler. Well, of course. Aha! I got an idea. Get a hook on him. Blackmail him for investment. Got him. Now, I would like to request the Sicilian grain as a favor back. I'd be willing to spend, and then I would gain it. But this will help with the popular opinion control and development growth, as we care about development these days. And you'll get some a good deal in return. And every county owned by me, control increases by 50 and development progress increases by 80. Do it! So, greetings, Sawdanid. I'm more than happy to send you shipments of grain from my territories in Sicily. Your payment of gold is greatly appreciated. The grain should be arriving shortly. The people approve of the grain deal. Well, I didn't get the control. I think that was by the... You unruly bastards. Fix that. Can't bargain with them again until 2 years. Makes me want to lash out at somebody. Okay, I'll disinherit him soon. I just want him to finish his stewardship education, and I'll see to that. My daughter and friend. Fortunately, she got this, so she ain't gonna inherit the land. I mean, I once considered it, but now, like, no. Unlikely. I'm gonna have to put a lot of faith into the younger son. Just saying. When is your birthday again? August 11th. Alright. Start the revoke title war over there. It's not time yet, but we're probably getting closer for that struggle to restart again. First things first. I'll take command. Start here. We're on our way. And we still make a little bit of fortune during all this. He has said no. Wizard Mercer legendary. It seems to know the course of the spirit and set on the battlefield. Position revoked. Because we're at war here. Within the Sawdanid realm. Begin the siege. This will take about 4 months, thanks to the combination of our men-at-arms, sieging soldiers, marshal, and its foothold. Catch them. Don't let them leave. advantage him, but however, in the battle, the land of Copertino stood strong in the face of the enemy. My soldiers have fought valiantly so far in the battle of Copertino, but are slowly growing tired as the foes push harder and harder, enraged against their demise. After a prolonged period of combat, a strong enemy counter-push, my men are stumbling around, exhausted, in dire need of motivation. Seeing the opportunity to deliver some inspiration, I step up to give my warriors a stirring speech to invigorate them and restore their drive. The continued battle against a difficult foe. Once I step up, I begin to ponder what I might say, as a few of my soldiers stop fighting to watch me in admiration. I will gain stress because I'm brave, but I'll just say, as you were, I'll lose the prestige, but I'll lose stress because I'm brave. The speechcraft ain't my strong suit. I'm a warrior and a strategist by heart. So, spoils of war, we collected 12 gold out of this. We captured the man himself. My army, led by Courtiers, suffered devastating defeat at Courtiers against the near Sawdan of Sawdanid. How should I respond to this disaster? Well, some of those spoils of war that we got will be returned while I pay the rest. I'll say compensate the family of the perished. There are people too, you know. Siculo-Arabs. They are our people. And we don't need to besiege this city. We just want the place and tell them to get out. I will gain legitimacy for this. So he's been in prison, and you are out of here. So we'll take it to the prison. And controlled is good. This provides some levies and some tax. Yeah, pretty good. This man. There you are. The hot blue. We know who you are. Inform. You can ransom me out of there, then you just go off to wherever. It has a land stronghold bearing in mind. No Siculo-Arabs actually they do that a majority, you idiot. Oh. Now this is empty virgin land. Yeah, we swayed her enough. Same could be said for Benedzi. This is clean coast land. All that area is hills. Melfi in revolt. Tyranny. There's a Greek stronghold remnant there. Bari used to have a Greek stronghold long ago, but they've been gone for a while. Crusader were to happen to him, then gets this. Let's do it at reduced cost for Bari. Developments reach up to 20. That's something we're gonna have to get used to. Okay, fine. This is a daughter of mine. A hunt? A feast? A trapin? Hey, wait a minute. That place is familiar. Isn't there an ongoing disease over there? No, thank you. I'll decline that feast because there's an illness there. I ain't going over there. 3,000 strong. That's how much you expect from Napoli. Oh yeah, forget. We still have these old things while the mangonels are available to us, but we never had time to understand it, so... Well, when we raise a lot more money, I'll be sure to disband them and then add them to the retinue. As we can increase the size of our men-at-arms these days, but... I'm just going to clear the cost savings and more. Although we plan on expelling minorities pretty soon. In Conversano, which is home of the Latin stronghold, they hurt the development. There's a lot to save our money for. I just defeated Melfi. Beautiful. Yeah, we can revitalize the Sicilian frontier. Right, now that we have bailiffs, red territories. Don't really care that much for these two here. Additional building slots, additional building slot. Windmills and water wheels. Windmills is just tax, supply not holding tax. This helps with the construction cost reduction. Honest, let's go for urbanization. Maximum exists developed at 55. This would definitely help us out in the long run whenever we have Salerno to us again, unless we make it a new, quote-unquote, you know, jewel of this side of southern Italy, by making it more developed. So we will go for urbanization. So we have to focus on our, you know, advances of science and knowledge and all that stuff. And of course, there will come a time where whatever happens to this old pirate king, you know, he's going to be around for a while longer. That, and there's no way to break an alliance. because it's negotiated. And he doesn't want to revoke me because we're allies. So he can't do anything about it. And I can't, you know, do a claimant war unless I have a claim to it, which we can scheme for it. Maybe I should do a little bit more traveling. Oh, I think I know where exactly. Let's do some inspecting to Liege, because this has some county control that needs to be taken care of. So I'm going to do some significant funding, as I will. So, overseer intent would be the case of it. No need for all this. We don't have a caravan master right now. All of you are crap at it. Those prisoners that we got. Any of you travelers? You. Crucial. Please wait. I just want you out of here. Okay. Sorry for starving you while out there. I will make you the caravan master here. Where are you? Here you are. It's poor, but I just simply brought you on to work so you can work for food. Travel log, obviously. It's not gonna make travel any safer. Just wanted to not spend too much. Just look how much that costs, even with significant funding. But I believe the simplest thing in the world is just forget about going over those hills. Go that way. Take the coastal route. Yeah, that's safer. Alright, it's time to go to work. It is time to take matters in my own hands. I'll personally oversee the workings of the day. I shall count every chicken, every fortification, every sword, and every sack of grain. The realm will be most managed there is. Let us ride. Can't wait. We should do inspections more often, especially for capital benefits, knowing that Taranto needs that. And now that we have additional building slots, there is a sore lack of military buildings here. Just build stables. Save our money on that. That's my decision. I know a cure. I hope they. 42% chance success. Alright. I arrive here in Liege. I am brought to the study. A group of servants to attend all my needs. Fuss around me for a while, so I asked them to leave. How am I meant to focus on my task at hand if they keep running around the room? With them out of the way, I can finally start working on my plans, which is to, again, needs control. So, improve the bureaucracy here. So, we'll attempt to improve the taxes, development, and control. Friendly nobles. Another 11 months or so, then this area will be fully Sunni. Going through the taxes taken by my local stewards and viceroys, I noticed clear discrepancies between what has recorded in certain areas and what I received. Irrelevant to who exactly is at fault. It is clear someone needs to pay. The locals have already paid their due, but they are easier to squeeze than the ones actually responsible for these mistakes. What's my dread level? 19. But I'm gathering and it slowly goes down with time. I think I'll be fine. You know, a one-time tax on locals will make themselves. Do that instead. Just a one-time tax. It's a regular one-time tax on the locals. It's to make up for the shortcomings of their vassals. 40 gold. Tax evasion. Oh, I forgot. I forgot I was supposed to revitalize. But she just did that. This says Sicily. Lena. The Dalmat, the outsider. That means we're now in the Borderlands phase. It's not a good harvest. Friendly nobles. After thoroughly scrutinizing all the documents I could find, I managed to rustle out some extra budget I can reallocate to alleviate some of the local infrastructure issues troubling with the county. I'll need to figure out which section, to be honest, is most in need of some extra aid. Either or would do good. Improved taxes. Improved control. I'm a military man at heart, so I'll say the local garrisons would struggle as late. So 31% chance of improved control. 65% chance of adjusted control. 3% success chance decrease. Improved control regardless. It's what we want. We got it. Cheaper. So we got it just to control. Extra taxes. My blind son, you are a fortune builder. 1 second. Find some poachers, are you? A ragged-looking hunter yells at us as we approach a small camp during one of my surveys in the hinterlands. Plenty to be found, even it ain't real royal land. Here in Compatibility, it's every man for himself. If you want to stake your claim in these lands, you need someone who can show up in your name regularly. If you know what I mean. It's easy, right? Boy bites a chunk of the grilled meat. A group that can show everyone here that the land really belongs to me. Maybe that's not such a bad idea. Well, I got a lot of money, especially with gains. We shall hire some guards who can patrol these hinterlands, so this would have some hunt success chance there to a degree. And if you want to hike there, which I have time for that, there's fame there. So there you go. Extra taxes as well. You got a pretty good chance of success now. Control level just went up much further. Troublesome mercenaries though. At times it looked like maybe there would be an end to the corruption haunting, but at every turn something new is needed to be fixed. There's always another bandit group villaging, another corrupt noble hiding away taxes, or another building that needed renovation. There was heroic effort on my part. There's only so much one man can do. I'll return and put this right one day at a time. So I gained some legitimacy, but it was an inclusive inspection. Inconclusive, so for this time being, yeah. will be removed with a successful inspection. So, the next time for work to be inspected, there is a better chance of that happening again. But let's be honest, I ain't going back over there. We did what we could. Get back on your horse. We're trying to get home. Hussein, my son. Which, by the way, you became curious. And skill-wise, the only thing he's good at is stewardship, but... a blind steward with a pretty decent education. God help him. He'll be disinherited for that. But as for my son, not a search party. I ain't going out there and try to get ill. That'll be the death of me. Find him. He's nowhere to be found. But he comes back eventually. See? Popped up. And now here comes me. Lust for adventure is Hussein. Prowess 2. Look at you, huh? Here we go again. He's got too much in his hands. And look at you, you have been raiding, you pirate. As long as you don't raid my territory, I'd be fine. But let's be real. You and I have an alliance between us, so there's no way you can raid my lands if we're allies. It's a written agreement between us that you don't attack my land out there. Now let us build these stables here. It's a lot cheaper now. And this will definitely help out with the Kone cavalry. Looking forward to doing all this. Alright, my liege, the wetness hasn't had rushes me in my son's chambers. At that point, sustain exams I'd be 20 years. No. Fight! Slags already has a martial spirit. Well, what else he could say? Every little bit helps. Curious child of a lust for adventure. Crypto is mine. Just cavic with daylight, but a nightfall practice is mine. For the Contessa Katerina. The clergy would not forgive this. Sicily is losing the battle. Moved from Gravina to Kamada. So Kamada is now Siculo-Arabic again. So now we're connected. And this is a good developed land. And look, there's windmills too. That is the reason why I want urbanization. Because in the long run, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. If any of you Oh, by the way, the Dalmat culture are now involved because they're the ones that started it. Weren't these guys... yeah. Yeah, they used to be Frankists, but they eventually became Sicilian. They just kept the naming traditions. Yeah, but anyways, the struggle of endings. It seems like Dominion would be the likely option if you were an independent ruler and completely controlled the entirety of Sicily, including the island of Malta there. That's the easiest option. Crossroads, however, you have to be independent. You've got to have 25 trade experience in all three worlds. You've got to either completely control Sicily and every county in the or that or as well as every county, liege, or duchy of your capital has to have at least 40 developed. And remember, this part of at least one of these is true. The other is every county, liege, or duchy of capital has to have at least 60 development. And I've got to completely control these duchies. At least 2 of them. All the more reasons why I say we got to get Salerno back at one point. It's held by the Swabians. Which the Sicilians have been defeated in battle. You know what? Screw it. This goes against. I embrace our exquisite Siculo-Arabic ways and I turn my back on all else. For the next 25 years, the rest of my life. Champion of tradition. People of different cultures will not look at me highly. But the Promote Culture Council task will be more effective for 25 years. Yep. Bit more effective now. So we're spreading, you know, our culture. Like we kind of consider that as an internal rebellion, but not a full-on rebellion. Just a no-go area for Sicilians in our part of the world. Sure. At least you got some diplomacy, as you did pick up Traveler. Because you do travel with me every once in a while. But remember, he's blind. He can do stewardship and diplomacy just fine. For realm stability and all that. Yeah, don't worry about that. Napoli in revolt. Liberty. Whatever keeps him busy. Another Liberty War. But that's something that Sicily has joined. And it's over in Byzantium from this area. One sec. Okay. Cut cornerstones. As we're in a bit of a building mode these days. Oh. Spouse of my heir just died. Hold on. A lot happened. Development growth authority decreased. Offer guardianship. No. Absolutely no. Struggle phase malice. Just noticed that. Another Brito Maximus claim on the Empire itself. Everything's just sent to chaos there. Land and Greek strongholds there. We should just upgraded the bureaucratic records from that. Now that reminds me. Managed frontier. Keep it up on patronize art sciences. How good is the Greeks? Okay, about to pick up +1 diplomacy and stewardship, so go with the Greeks again. Glories widely known and dedication to faith. Oh, and something I tend to forget. Support the medical school of Sawdan. It does give me a bit of a disease resistance, but hey, every little bit helps. We just only want to continue the tradition of going towards urbanization. Because that's something that we feel strongly about. So in 2 years' time, because we're gonna get this, and then we're gonna turn to a large minority, then it'll be the majority. And then after that, we'll expel all the minorities of the Catholics and the Sicilians. Subsequently, both of them. Which will go to show the world that you will not mess with us again. And that's what Sawdan IV's reign is characterized as. Ever since he left Malta, he wanted to re-establish the Siculo-Arabic culture, and he's practically accomplished that goal. Other cultures tolerated. So he does not tolerate religion, but he does tolerate other cultures. Taberna is now Siculo-Arabic again. There's a small minority over in Apulia. Let's change that. Well, never a Muslim. Well, it used to be a Muslim nowadays. Really? So he's a deviant. I don't think he'll give in to blackmail. Actually, he will. And it's a stronghold. Alright, nephew. Haha. That's all I wanted. From now on, religious rights. So, on March, sets the Sicilians have that. And remember, they still use clan systems. They never feudalized. So, the vassal, me, I get a reduced army gold maintenance, better territory defender advantage, levy size further increased so as the garrison and reinforcement. So yes, we're a march now, and we'll be religiously protected, which will have the popular opinion up while I get that. While he, on the other hand, um, less taxes that will come from me to him. Good move for finding that secret. Yeah, that's too much. You can only do 2. So, yeah, tax level. The tax that I pay to my liege. With March, I pay a little less. Religiously protected. But of course, you know, that means that he cannot convert my lands back to Catholicism ever again. For as long as I'm a vassal. Yes. To my vassal, circumstances made it necessary for me to make the following alterations to the contract. I trust that you will find these changes to be fair. Yes, sir. I don't pay much tax as used to, even though it was a fraction. But less army gold maintenance during war. That's a big get. So as we are March now. So as a March, we are now referred to with the Arabic name for a March vassal. Sahib at Tagde. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation, but that's a special title for those of you given. Like, we're no longer called Emirate, but now we're a March. Or whatever this translates in Arabic. If anybody's got the knowledge of the Arabic language, here, comments if you care what this actually translates. Yeah. I guess Taha is probably the Arabic word for March, or whatever's the equivalent of. Meanwhile, this afternoon, lost in my thoughts while praying, I was interrupted by a trusted servant who reported this sign none other than Caliph Aziz of the Sunni Caliphate. The message was about a great religious work that needs sponsors among the powerful faithful, proceeding with the worrisome detail inquire about my way of living that can very well be used to evaluate my piousness. I'll sponsor the project and answer the questions. 1 second. Project and answer the questions. So I will finance the religious works and will answer to the questions posed by Caliph Aziz. In time, you evaluate your answers and returns. The success of the action depends on several factors. My diplomacy and learning skills influence both positively and negatively. If I'm cynical or have traits that are considered sins by my religion, I expect chances for a good interaction to be lower. Finally, your traits that are considered virtues by religion, or if you are zealous, increase your chance of success. By going ahead, things could go wrong and you risk a chance of losing an entire devotion level. You know, I never had a chance to go to a Hajj, but since we kind of secured our realm here, and I have no plans to expand, I think I should go on a Hajj pilgrimage while I can. But I believe we'll do that in the next episode. Because you're never too old to go on Hajj. As I, again, never went there. Because I kind of noticed the piety game. You've never been there. So, yeah. We shall spend it, and we'll ask the questions, whatever they may be. Sheep pox. The deer of Otranto. How fast is it to build hunting grounds? 21 months. You know, there is a way to get it faster, but we're in the middle of being committed to trying to change the culture over that. So, that's something we'll have to think about. And plus, there are other places in the lands that are more suited for hunting, like this, in the hills. Or the old hunting grounds that Sawdan from long ago used to love hunting there. Or is that Stephanos that loved to hunt there? In the forests. What the hell's the matter with you, you pirate? All because I disinherited you? Speaking of pirates, don't forget, if you're in the need for some money, go get it. Everything's in chaos in Sicily now. Even I kind of feel I want to join in on that by, oh, I don't know, get rid of these two strongholds and put a Arab-Berber one over there. Plus, we can take them on. News from His Holiness. While accepting Calipha's Southern Caliph request, it was a joy that I read his answer concerning the strict questions he posed. I passed his strict scrutiny and my piety soars. God be great. Oh, you should do this. That'll get your legitimacy level all the way up. You should hold the states of the realm, since you are the, well, the Emir, but now called the Sahib al-Haka. Move rally point to Bari. We should definitely consider raiding there. Because they're dealing with a peasant revolt over there. And the pirate is at it. What's he doing? Conquest of Mazara. You're getting bold, Bashir. I will not interfere. Because they felt out again until now wants to establish further foothold. These two castles there. Check with the sheep pox. You're deaf. Sorry for your loss. That's to come there. Let's see what the estates of the realm looks like. Sicily is in deep trouble. I would so love to push a claim. Matter of fact, where is she? I need to put a tag on her. Felicita. Poor opinion of him. Fason Faris, who lives in a mosque. Okay, so alright, successful enterprise. Great news, everyone. Development growth grows up. Small stables constructed. Keep it up, and eventually we will get to courier stations, which at level 4 will have superior mounts, which we can travel much faster with these for free. And it improves our light cavalry, the Coney cavalry, much more when we get further up, because they're going to be forced to be reckoned with here. Where is their peasant revolt, by the way? Just finished. You know what? Let's do a little Sicilian frontier raid. I'm not aiming to grab land for myself, not yet. Not until our culture is firmly established up in Puglia. We just have a little quick war, and then we will win. It's a level 4. The Vizier is gone. So, Cornello is the next Vizier of the Mare Regnum. Like what you're gonna do to me. Yeah, keep that well in mind. A pirate king ran by has a Vizier. Unfortunately, the Maltese are being defeated. No. They got him. Big score for Malta. Also, these guys are... What the hell? That's a lot more than I had imagined. Well, we're sieging it down quickly. So it's going to matter little. Warming. A sordid place, pathetic and undignified. Pennants and pennons of every color wave stiffly back and forth persistently. Smoke drifts on the wind. Dogs and men busy themselves among the tents of siege weaponry. The stench of dirt and sweat is thick in the drear air, stinging my eyes. The air just makes up with a strong tang of urine and rancid odor of rotting bones. The low retainer approaches and informs that the siege is ended. I gather my bodyguards at the edge of camp. The Vandon of Andrea stands for me. A charred graveyard. The fields between crops withered and wild grass could reduce to mahogany of mahogany colored stubble. Beyond clouds of hungry flies and dust, I notice the stench of brimstone. Grieving widows sing out the agonized goodbyes to their husbands and children. Men, women, and children throng the streets, afraid and confused. Weary, hungry, and lost, they tremble before the army, gazing at the black sky, waiting for the world to shake itself apart and tumble down around their quaking shoulders. Loot the place. Now hold it. Do not move. Let the war score tick up with time. Just beyond watch of the coast. While strolling outside one day, I stopped to relieve myself. As I finished, I noticed a bit of gleaming on the ground. Careful not to step on my urine, I have moved towards the shiny object and realized that it is a gold coin. What luck! Cornelius reached death left of Signore Mariano to be the next Vizier. And since he's the landed character, that would mean that if you want to improve the things that benefits the Vizier and yourself, give him more land. But would he be willing to give that away? Oh, here they come. Their movement's probably going towards Taranto. Oh! Keep them away from that coast so that way we can win the war. This raid. That's the key. Prevented them from landing. They wasted their money on mercenaries. Okay. 65 gold, 58 legitimacy. There's a chance that will gain the Arab-Berber stronghold while getting rid of either the Latin or Greek or even both. And a random building gets destroyed, earning more gold. Stronghold disappeared. You got rid of their Greek stronghold and earned 65 gold for this efforts. Very lucrative. Very good. Again, having her pinned because she's kind of important. Even though she may or may not have children, but may never know. This is all Malta has. Just arches. Oh. Leave the sword, take the cannoli. We've had those before. We've seen that event before. Three months left. Siculo-Arabic culture has finally embraced collective lands, which, as a reminder, this makes the farms, fields, landbends provide station minerals bonuses. Gives them more, which you may want to look at that in Bari, for example. See? Now it gives them more damage and toughness. Further improvements adds that much more, making our ballistas much more deadlier due to the combination of mods, crop fields, bloomeries, bolstered garrison, camp cooks, so yeah, and also me being hit with the dead hit and run part, much deadlier. Yeah, the control is an issue, particularly over there. That's what she was talking about. We're getting it handled. Peasant leader trait is inherited from adulthood. Well, as I was on my way back to the nearby village city to pay a cherished acquaintance that was ill, I am unwishfully warned about a murder attempt against her being thwarted last minute. That's how close she was out of it, and Sasser was caught planning to murder me in a nearby village. The thug was paid for it with his life after being creatively interrogated, and it was clear he was a religious fanatic hailing from the province where I've ordered this conversion. These times ambitious policies can have dangerous implications down the road. That's why I have you. Why are you still looking for secrets? Rise of Siculo-Arabic. It's already Siculo-Arabic. It has been. Don't know why that popped up. But it hasn't been popped up in other areas. There we go. Now my entire realm is fully Muslim, Sunni. But I still wait for the Siculo-Arabic to go to a large minority and then become the majority. I'm a veteran traveler now. Still got the health boost despite the fact I'm still gout ridden. I ain't going anywhere. So. I'm not thinking. If my son were to have a diplomatic education, he could definitely use it to stabilize the realm a bit more. Or even go for learning, for continued enlightenment of our realm. Especially with development. More so than ever. Because I don't think I've ever played as a character that is very learning intensive. So, honestly, the science should go for learning. And I'll raise him myself. And as for you, I will I may likely disinherit you sometime in the next episode at some point. No, no, no. This one. There you go. I'll raise him personally. He should emulate more like me a little. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We've successfully Islamicized Apulia, for the most part. While the Siculo-Arabic culture is starting to, connect itself, maybe one can hope that the peasants will migrate to there, where many Siculo people still live there, in all these areas. With the exception, no, that's, yeah. Again, one day, I will get to you. Wouldn't want to raid these lands. Maybe to get rid of the Latin stronghold. And try to establish more ourselves out there. But, nevertheless, I hope you people enjoyed this episode, because the next episode, the first thing I'm going to do is to go on a Hajj pilgrimage. I feel like I've accomplished enough here to reestablish our culture and faith here. And we've done that. So, it's time for me to go on reflection. So, see you next